A Shreveport fire leaves 19 people without a home this morning. The efforts to help in 60 seconds. But first, we're on alert for rain drenching parts of the Arklatex right now.
And Marie, those roads are wet and they're going to stay wet as you head to work this morning. It's 6:30. Let's get right over to meteorologist James Parrish with the latest. James?
Good morning, Christian. Good morning, Marie. We are picking up on some showers across Shreveport, Bossier. I said we'd start to see some scattered wet weather develop across Shreveport, Bossier later on this morning, and that's what we're seeing, especially near Blanchard as well as Oil City, north of Houghton, north of Minden, around the Cotton Valley area. But still looking at more widespread rain across the I-30 corridor. Still looking very wet near Hope, Arkansas, as well as points to the north. Seeing widespread rain from DeQueen to Arkinda, Ashtown, as well as Nashville, Texas, back towards northeast Texas, as well as McCurtain County and southeast Oklahoma. We're picking up on some scattered downpours. Now, I do believe we're going to start to see some more scattered downpours develop across portions of northwest Louisiana, as well as East Texas, south of the I-20 corridor. But for right now, we just have one little downpour that is just northeast of Natchitoches. Once again, our rain chances will probably pick up a little bit over the next couple of hours, but generally be at their best before noon today. After that, we're probably just going to be dealing with some gray skies. 53 degrees by 9, by 11 will be at 53 degrees. Temperatures will top out near 60 degrees this afternoon. Take the umbrella. You're probably going to need it this morning. Also give yourself some extra time just in case you do hit those wet roadways. Also take a jacket because it is a little bit on the cool side this morning, but overall not too bad. We'll talk about the potential for some stronger thunderstorms on Wednesday coming up in just a few minutes.
Straight to developing news in Shreveport this hour. More than a dozen people lose their home after a fire engulfs the Cornerstone Apartments. Here is where it happened. This little marker here is the Cornerstone's Apartments. This is off Southfield Road, which runs here, and then vertically we have East Kings Highway. Just to give you a better look at exactly where this all took place, right here off of Southfield Road last night. Miranda Whittington joins us live from the complex right now. And Miranda, do we know what caused the fire?
Marie, right now that is still under investigation, so they're still trying to work out what actually caused the fire, but 19 people are without a home this morning. Now, this fire took place just after 8:30. That's when firefighters got the call about heavy smoke and flames coming from the first and second floor of the apartment. They arrived close to 8:45, and that's when they decided to upgrade this to a second alarm fire to bring in more manpower and equipment. Now, over 50 firefighters were out here battling this blaze last night. There was 7 fire engines, 3 ladder trucks, and 2 heavy rescue trucks out here as well. And they were able to get this fire under control close to 9:15 last night. Now, the fire spread through about 8 units. 6 of those were occupied by people. And again, as we mentioned, 19 people were displaced. The American Red Cross and the apartment management are working to try to get housing for those people. And again, as we mentioned before, there's still we still don't know the cause of the fire. That is still under investigation. So once we find those details out, we'll continue to keep you all posted on air and on our KSLA News 12 app. Live in Shreveport, I'm Miranda Whittington, KSLA News 12.
Your time now as you wake up with us is 6:33. Good morning to you and happy Monday. You're taking a live look at I-20 at Common Street. Moderate traffic moving through the area at the start of the work week this morning. You can see some raindrops on our cameras there. You might see some light rain as you make your way to work or take the kiddos to school this morning. So make sure you have that umbrella handy as you step out the door this morning.
Well, no word on if today's weather impacts a major groundbreaking in Bossier City today. Leaders are set to begin work for the Walter O. Bigby Carriageway. You can see it here. It is a new roadway that creates a loop between Benton Road, which runs here along this little red line, here to Texas Street, East Texas Street. It should help you avoid trains in that area. Now, phase 1 is scheduled to begin at 10 o'clock this morning. We'll alert you if this changes because of the weather. Now, remember, you can track this rain with us on our First Alert weather app. You may see some of your photos from the weekend there as well. After 3 tornadoes spawned in the Arklatex, we have got the live radar and everything that you need to know regarding weather headlines happening right now in our area on our First Alert weather app.
Here it comes. We're getting look at the stuff coming up.
Well, many of you called us and sent us video of tornadoes in our area this weekend. Look at this video of an EF1 tornado in Spring Hill. This tornado downed power lines, uprooted trees, and even damaged some roofs and porches. Now, these 2 tornadoes touched down near Vivian and Carterville. The first tornado was just 2 miles northwest of Vivian. The National Weather Service says winds reached around 100 miles per hour. About 40 people were forced to find shelter in a gas station freezer near Myra as the tornado passed. The last tornado moved just north of Plain Dealing. This one destroyed a metal outbuilding and snapped nearly 200 trees near Mott Road. Fortunately, there were no reports of injuries. Well, it was a similar scene just north of us in Little Rock, Arkansas. The National Weather Service confirms at least 3 tornadoes hit that area as well. This morning, dozens of people are still without power. One neighbor recalls the moment a tornado reached her home.
We just heard it coming across the building up on the river, and we heard it. About time they said take cover, it just come through and just did a lot of damage. It was rain wrapped. It was not like a train or anything. It was just more kind of like whoosh.
2 people were stuck inside a home in Little Rock when the one tornado came through. We're told they both survived and they're recovering this morning.
The Shreveport Police Department is investigating this morning after at least 3 children and an adult were wounded in a drive-by shooting yesterday. I want to show you one of the photos that we have here into the First Alert Center. Just take a look at how many bullet casings litter the ground right there after that shooting happened yesterday afternoon. This all happened at around 2 p.m. on San Jacinto Avenue. We know all 4 of those people who were shot were taken to a local hospital. However, their injuries right now are not known to us. More than a dozen police units responded, as well as a number of Shreveport Fire Department units. Right now, we are actively working to learn the status of those wounded in this shooting. And as we learn those details, I'll have it for you right here in the First Alert Center.
Look at this, caught on camera in Arizona. A jaguar attacks a woman trying to take a selfie with it. You can just hear the pain in her moans right there. Now, the Wildlife World Zoo in Arizona says witnesses saw the woman crossing over a barrier to take a photo of the jaguar enclosure. That's when the animal reached out and attacked her in the arm. The woman was able to break free with help from bystanders.
She took one paw off, grabbed the bottle with the mouth, but her other paw was stuck on the lady's shirt.
Claws that were retracted were definitely outside of the cage and grasped around her hand, and she was holding it, her other arm with her hand attached to the paw, just screaming to get out.
This is not the first time that jaguar hurt someone. About a year ago, it scratched another person who also crossed the barrier. Wildlife World Zoo tweeted the jaguar will not be put down because of this incident. Now, many of you saw this post on our KSLA News 12 Facebook page, and we still have it online for you to share right now with your family and your friends. Officials are urging you to follow park rules when visiting any animal enclosures.
We have rain on Live First Alert Doppler right now, but no severe weather. We'll talk about when we could see some stronger thunderstorms coming up in your forecast.
An alarming update from Harrison County this morning. The death toll rises in a weekend plane crash. What we know from investigators still to come. But first, Adria Goings joins us live explaining how these adorable twins became ambassadors of our local Children's Miracle Network. Our Miracle Monday is just minutes away.
Hi folks, David Bowser here with Metal Roof Pros, the architects of large